What's up, nerd? Mm-hmm. Where's the baby boy at? Isn't he here? There he is. He's in the window. What are you doing? Hey. So let me get you guys up to speed on how far behind you guys are. This is Christmas Eve, and I'm gonna work on a car. So we don't have anything to do on the, well, we do have some small stuff to do on the Zion. I'm not gonna video it. I gotta peel those stickers and tint. I will cover the tint whenever I do that, but I'm not doing that right now. We got parts for the Mini. All the important stuff came. So let me show you. We're gonna do an oil change, but front door speakers, Bluetooth radio, wiring adapter, which I'm optimistic if this is the right one. It said this was the right one, but this is for a Volkswagen. It says it's for a Volkswagen. Online it said this was it. So we're gonna find out. I was gonna do, before this stuff showed up, I was gonna do the carbon fiber hood refinish. And let me go over, I still haven't really found a good way to go about this. So what I'm gonna do is all these areas where it's bare, like, you know, you can feel the ridges, there's no clear where this carbon fiber's at. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try my best to tape up all of these areas where it's bare carbon fiber, you know, right to the edge, tape all of this the best I can, and then we're gonna wet sand it. And you can see it's real light in these places where the whiteness is. We're gonna try to get rid of this white line in these areas and get it to where when we clear it, it should look shiny again. But there's a good bit of that surface you can see that needs to be covered. That's not today. So yeah, this is gonna be fun, climbing in and out of this thing to get the door speakers and stuff in, but it needs to be done. Maybe I can just like cut this section of the hood off and just weld it on there, and I won't even have to do body work. Now, that body work is not bad at all. No dents anywhere on the hood. That clear coat thing is unfortunate. And also, I have never encountered this. Walmart did not carry the oil filter for this. I had to go to Advanced Auto to get that because they didn't have anything equivalent to what this takes. I was like, wow, that's a first. So I got scammed. I ordered Ashley this stainless steel rack. It's supposed to go over the sink. I got the measurements and stuff from the ad and stuff. Measured the sink. I'm like, oh, it's going to fit around the sink. Perfect. You know, this is great. And it wasn't that bad a price. With shipping was almost as much as I paid for it. It was like $15 plus shipping. It ended up being like $28. Okay. A month later, I got in and checked tracking. I emailed the guy. I'm like, where is it at? He said it's shipping. And it just shipped right after I emailed him. Came from China. And it got here. And the package is small. And I'm like, this can't be it. Checked, it was. So this over the sink stainless steel rack, it's supposed to be like for straining dishes and stuff, shows up over the sink. The measurements were just, you know, it's, I don't know where you're supposed to put it over the sink. And this is the funniest looking plastic stainless steel I've ever seen in my life. So I filed a dispute with PayPal. And they wanted me to ship it back, and they give me a Chinese address, wrote in Chinese. Took it down to the post office, and they wouldn't do it because it was written in Chinese, and they had wanted me to translate it. So I called PayPal, and they ended up giving me $25 back. So for a couple bucks, I got whatever this is. I'm going to use it to hold bolts. I'm going to put it in the garage. But yeah, what happened is after I ordered this Chinese company changed the pictures on the ad to this. And the dimensions and everything. It changed everything. Except for the title name. It still said stainless steel dish rack. But this is what it was in the pictures. So I found another scam one that had the stainless steel rack. Still pictured. And I sent that and the link. And that's why they okayed my dispute. But yeah, junk. So if you see that thing over here on my workbench, I didn't buy that on purpose. So it is an extremely nice day out for being Christmas Eve. It's warmer outside than it is in the garage, so I got the garage door open. But let's make this thing jam. That's the important thing on this, right? Have a good stereo and speakers. You can see I already put this trim on. Looks good. Looks real good. We want jams. So let's put some music in this son of a... You know, I could totally see this being a versatile car if you remove the rear seats. Then there's plenty of room to haul groceries. That's about it. But with the back seats in, honestly, if I had one of these, back seats would be gone. Well, I'd be a butt nugget if this thing ain't the right part. Let's put it on. Well, these connections aren't the right way to hook them up. I do what I want. Oh my God, you didn't do that harness right. The car's gonna blow up as soon as you start it. Alright, I'll take my chances. Alright, so I left the battery terminal loose. And yes, there's a rig up job on this battery, just so you know. It was like this when I got it. It's missing the thing underneath that clamps this and holds it tight. It works. I can't, diss them for that. So, get that off to the side. Now we are going to start on the door speakers without even finishing the interior. The stereo works. It fits in there. We're not going to need an installation kit. It's just going to be good. Door panels. I have not messed with these. Torx. Torque bit. Feel around the edges for any bolts. Yep, I think they're all clips from here on out. So, alright, let's start tearing into this. Here. This gives you a little bit of a problem because these are bigger speakers, obviously, and if you put it in there, it's hitting the window track right there. So we need the spacer ring that is used for these speakers. What I'm going to do, and I did this on another car, so I'm going to take the Dremel and I'm going to cut all these fins off on the back that hold that speaker in there. Then we're going to use this trim ring because there is a lip on it up here, and we're going to drill and use self-tappers to mount our speaker right there where it's supposed to be. Now, for the wiring, they give you very long wires in case you want to wire your speaker the whole way through your car. What I'm going to do is, if you look in the back of these connectors here, there's a pin that's holding these in place. I'm going to take a pick, get in the back, unlatch it, and pull those out so we can clip those right to the speaker, and we don't need anything else. We'll just go right to the stock harness. Alright, we ran into a dilemma. They're too big. These speakers are too big. I think I got the adapter ring, cut the speaker out of it. I just use a Sawzall and came right out.
I think instead of using these Boss Audio speakers, Walmart actually sells 5.5-inch speakers, and they're pretty much the same price I paid for these. I'll keep these for another build, and we'll just go get speakers that fit in the doors. Although, that would have looked really cool inside the car, don't you think? Or, you can pop those speaker covers out and mount it to the door skin. I'd rather not do that because that's a pain in the butt then, the wire. I probably would put the extensions on then, but that would look really cool inside the car. What do you think? Got a question. I can't get these to fit in the door, but I could put them in the door skin. Do I put these in so they're going to match the car and everything? It looks pretty good. Or do I go to Walmart and get ones that fit?
Why can't you just put them in there?
Because they don't fit here. I'd have to put them on the door skin, and it makes it's.
Then you probably should return them and get new ones.
No, never mind. Don't ask a woman that doesn't understand. Well, now when you're on a budget and your wife doesn't understand, you make do. I'm gonna put them in the doors there. All I got is there's 3 plastic melted tongs in there that takes that cover off, and then these are going to be viewable. I am going to put the guard on them. You see that? They will look good in the car. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. I got these so we can thread them into the door. This is going to be fun. It's going to be probably vibrate, make some nice vibration noises. Okay, guys, hear me out. My drill, the battery's dead. This thing will not hold a charge. This thing is junk. I've had it for years, but I knew something I was getting for Christmas, and I said, wife, can I have an early present? I need this. Oh my God, it's a Ryobi drill. I didn't know it. Wait! You're peeing? Oh, the suspense. I'm sitting here waiting. Thank you for my drill. Oh, I'm so cold. You're warm. Ah! I'm warm. You're warm. Thank you. I didn't know I was getting that. It was a surprise. Thank you. That's right, kids. And that means I get another battery. These speakers are bigger than I give them credit for. I'm telling you. So we're gonna have to chop around here. From what I can see, we just need to chop this inner ring out. Let's get the Sawzall out. Positioned it in here where I think it should be. I'm going to put a couple extra screws in this just because of it just being a door panel. So the very top and the 3 sides there, I'm going to use these metal mounts here with the screws included, and then we'll use 4 more to hold the grill cover on. Yeah, it's gonna look pretty good. Worst part about it is I have to add the wire extension so that you can plug this in and unplug it when you take the door panel off, but it's really not that much of a hassle. So I'm gonna get a paint marker, mark every spot where there's a hole. We're gonna add these metal nuts. I forget what they call these, speed nuts. I'm gonna use these metal speed nuts. I even have extra ones too. Clip them on the door so we're not just into the door panel, we actually have a mount holding it. Not gonna lie to you, that looks pretty dope. Now, I used the original screws from the old speakers to go through these metal tabs that hold it to the door panel. and then ran the other ones that hold the grill. I just ran those in. So yeah, it looks really, really, really good. I'm very pleased with that. So this is what we're going to do on the other side as well. First, I got to add the extension onto the stock wiring harness, and then we can plug this in, pop the door panel on, and then I'll test it out and see how it works. Right here are our extensions. I'm working with minimal amount of wire here, so when I cut the ends off, we really didn't have much left, so I used these watertight solder joints that you put in. They're a low temperature solder, but got them in. This should be plenty enough wire to run to the speaker whenever you take the door panel off, and you don't have to worry about ripping your wires out when you do it. I'm going to run some black tape around this. Then we'll get the speaker in here and put the door panel on, see what everything looks like. So this one sounds awesome, that one sounds horrible, so let's just duplicate this over there and we'll be good. Well, I'm gonna have to finish this job on another day. Me and the wife are gonna go to Lakemont Park for Lights on the Lake. They have a big Christmas lights extravaganza. I'm taking the drone up there, so we'll get some footage. You'll see that at the end of the video, but we'll continue this on another day. Huh?
It's Christmas and look who's in the spirit! He said, get this thing off my head. Stewie! Oh, vicious.
Christmas kid is vicious. Oh, he's got
Eat the hat.
Look at Stella.
Ah, look at Stella, she's Santa Claus!
Miss it. Oh, she loves you.
Oh. Put your hoodie on. Here. Here you go. There you go.
He's like saving me.
Stu, man, we gotta go finish this mini. Come on. Anyways, we got some parts in the mail today. This is where our coolant leak's at, behind the engine. Got this part, valve cover gasket with the spark plug. This one was a little bit more because it comes with the spark plug gaskets. And then one of our lights. It just looks over-engineered just for a simple light. Taiwan. The sound system sounds awesome in this thing now, but it's because it's such a small area and it has a lot of speakers in it now. And functional ones at that. The door speakers were completely blown out. I've never seen one where they're completely tore the whole way around the ring. I mean, I'm sure it's common, but I haven't had any like that yet. And that's how both of these were, and that's why they just sounded ridiculously horrible. It was just like scatter noises. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this episode. Parts for the Mini are in, so we're probably going to have to continue on the Mini because of that. I'm waiting on my painted parts and then the Xion's done. And then we got the carbon fiber hood coming up. When I'm going to do that, I don't know. But if you guys are excited for all that and you haven't yet, go check out some of my old videos. Like this video, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know how I'm doing. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Unwrapped.